ready to go, feeling hungry, and I've got a full flask basically of water with me by my side because I know that last time this was dry. To counter that, I put a whole load of sauce in it. Got some barbecue and some ketchup because there's no salad cream. That's what I would have rather had because I prefer the combination of the salad cream with the couscous, but this definitely will do. Meal one. The reason why I didn't say that because Mum was there in the clip before last when I was inside. This barbecue and ketchup isn't half bad with the couscous. I like it. So if I don't have salad cream, then this is definitely a go-to. I can do just barbecue or just ketchup or a bit of both as I've done this time because the ketchup was running out. Even if it wasn't, I think I would have done half and half anyway. Yeah, that was the original plan regardless. To get my steps in seemingly quicker than I would have otherwise done if I was seated whilst eating. I'm gonna walk around like this to add to my step count to get 10k steps, which is amount of physical activity walk-wise that I feel comfortable with. That was way too much to eat at once. With all of that food, water, and gas from all that eating, without all that burping that I've just done off camera, I felt like I was near vomiting. That was way too much food. I did take out way more chicken this time around than I did yesterday, to be fair though. And if you're wondering, I can see I'm wearing 2 hoodies. Yeah, keeps me cool. Warm outside. But anyway, yeah, man, next time I don't want to eat that much. And during the time that I was walking around, I got 219 steps, give or take, before coming here and sitting down. I've probably done more than that, seeing as I have been doing steps like here and there when I was ironing my clothes earlier, which I didn't record because I forgot to put my watch on, but that's fine. I didn't even think about it at that point. I just woke up. I'm going to speak about sleep today though. It has gone better than it's been, say, a week ago, but I'd say for next time I'd rather have closer to 8 hours of sleep than 5.5. That was just too little, and I didn't get to watch the sun completely rise from pitch black, unfortunately, but I didn't miss much. But anyway, that's it for now. Meal hygiene and just overall hygiene in general with everything in the broader sense is something that I need to consider, otherwise I get this. I was telling myself when I was going to wash up and dry away my plates that I cannot do any fast movements, or otherwise I might vomit, and that was not a bluff. So I have to definitely be careful with how much I eat and take hygiene, meal hygiene, i.e. how much I chew and how much I have, very seriously, because it has had a little bit of a negative impact on me being able to do the things that I wanted to do. I thought I was going to have to lie down on the sofa for a little bit for half an hour before being able to start doing my coursework, which I'm doing now. But it just a few burps later, I'm okay, but it shouldn't have to get to that point to begin with. That said, at least I've now had that experience to know what to not do. Don't eat too little and don't eat too much. 10:21 in the morning. I'm going to finish off the rest of the chicken here. My hands are dirty because I did touch grass. I took my shoes and socks off, and then I just walked on this little stretch here and there, and it was absolutely amazing. And I'm surprised how little dirt actually got onto my feet. The grass is somewhat wet and it's really soft and spongy, and it's nice. But anyway, because my hands are dirty, I'm just going to use this. I'm going to scoop the chicken with the lid, and then that's me. Got a small portion of food. Ideally it would have been fruits, some quick instant energy, but instead this is what I've got because I don't have any money coming in to go and spend on food, because I'm using it on qualifications instead and other stuff. So this is it. I'm gonna have this and then immediately go to the gym because I want to get the timing of the workout right. I don't want to leave it too late and start in the afternoon. Nah, man. Reason being, I might get less of I might train less effectively than I could have when I have all of my energy now in the morning. I mean, I wouldn't have lost much by the afternoon, especially not by noon, but it does help train in the morning rather than in the afternoon from experience. And I'd rather do it sooner than later. A couple of minutes later at 10:24 in the morning, I'm basically completely done. Just got a little bit left to eat. That's me. Like, I ate that so fast. I literally this last bite and that's me. Me done, ready to go work out. That portion was just right. But I'm gonna have some water and then I'll start. And I'll head over to the gym. Yeah, I'll make my way to the gym was what I was trying to say, but it didn't come out. Anyway, I'm done. Off to the gym I go. 1:44 p.m. Meal 3, or second large meal. After having that first snack, those small chicken bites. Yeah, got a whole load of spinach which has some beef in it. Could be some. There's a little bit of either fish or chicken. I can't tell, but when I try it, I will be able to tell. I had some brown rice, but it looked a bit wet. It looked like it was going off, so I decided to just have the leftover couscous that was there. And here you go. Here I am filling up on carbs because I've just expended a whole load of energy from over 1.5 hour session, so I'm definitely going to eat up. One thing I have noticed strength wise is that this feels lighter than I think it usually would do. And that's probably just me getting stronger, because it definitely isn't lighter than it usually would be, it being how much the plate will weigh from all this food. Also, before I do eat up, I got my drink with me. Yep, time to eat big. 3:54 p.m. should be the last meal of the day, so I can sleep around 7 p.m. I almost forgot, but nah, I'm good. There you go. Got 3 crab sticks there, just about enough, but it was just all that was left, so that's all I put there. There you go. Before finishing this video off though, I'll have a whole lot of video information on food, just like I did yesterday. Get into a routine of doing it. Why not learn about the stuff that I'm putting into my body, and that eventually will become a part of me, eh? This video is now taking a voiceover path direction, because I didn't think of talking about like fibre and stuff like that on camera. I just wanted to get the information there and then I could talk about it now. So here goes. This is actually something that is very new to me. I didn't truthfully know what fibre was, other than it helped soften stool or shit. Bluntly put, I just like gotten on Google. That's it. It's biology 101. That's one of the main benefits of fibre. But I didn't really truthfully know what it was until I looked at the first page that keeps on replaying over and over again, where it says non-starch polysaccharides. Now, if we break this down into all of these separate syllables, basically, you then know, if you know a little bit about food biology here and there, that this means it's non-starch, many sugars. That's what polysaccharides is. Poly means many and saccharides means sugars. Same way how monosaccharides means 1 sugar, disaccharides means 2 sugars, as in 2 sugar molecules combined to make 1. I think there might be trisaccharides, or past 2 it'd probably be called polysaccharides. If it were 3, it'd be 3 separate sugar molecules combined to make 1, and so on. So I now finally understand what fibre actually is, but I don't really know like the chemical formulae of this sort of stuff. I'd imagine just like with your basic building blocks of life, like your amino acids, for example, would just be like your carbons, your hydrogens and oxygens. That, to be fair, now that I think about it, is what sugars are made of for the most part. Like your glucose, your fructose, your sucrose, that's what they're made of. And in fact, now is the perfect time to pull out one of the biology books that I got recently, a few months ago, but used a lot more recently than I had my actual biology books. Don't need to be in GCSE to keep on educating myself. I mean, these new ones, they are collecting dust, but it doesn't mean I can't get them. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've just got my A-level biology book on top, so I just pick that one off, dust it off, dust the top off, and then I'm ready to go. So yeah, this is even I know it's like one of the first pages in the AQA, A-level, and maybe even GCSE level books that you can get nowadays. It might change years on down the line, but for now, outside of the planning and experiment part, that's what one of the first things that comes up, food. I remember like learning about this stuff over and over and over again when I was trying to use learning styles that didn't work for me long term, like just writing things down. That's what I used to do, and it never stuck in my head long term, but I just use it for tests. All right, let's see where, here you go. So yeah, your basic biology and your basic GCSE and A-level biology books will have this sort of information based on monomers and polymers. That is what I'm talking about, but in the specific context of sugars. Monomers and polymers are a lot more of a general form of what we're talking about here. That's monomers and polymers are what we're talking about ultimately when we talk about sugars, but that's the general term for one molecule, a monomer, a singular molecule. Mono is in one, and polymer, poly as in many, and then I'd imagine just molecules. So yeah, as you can see here, you've got a water bond being taken out through condensation. It says to make a polymer, making polymers, most biological, for those that want to read through, if you're doing A-level biology, I'm looking at page 21 in the AQA book, at the bottom of the page. Making polymers. Most biological polymers are formed from their monomers by condensation reactions. A condensation reaction forms a chemical bond between monomers, releasing a molecule of water through what is called a condensation reaction. So that's a genesis reaction, if I'm not mistaken. And then you got a lysis reaction, which I've just seen when I flicked the page. I remembered that part, but I didn't remember the hydro part. To separate a polymer, to make it into its separate monomer molecules, or its separate monomers, you would then do a hydrolysis reaction. But I don't know how that works. I don't actually know what hydrolysis is. If you look on the left, on page 22, it says, tip, it's easy to remember what a hydrolysis reaction does. As hydro means water, and lysis means breaking down. So you're breaking down the water, but in real life, how does that actually work? How do you add the water into the sugar? Do you just pour it on top and then it happens? Like what? How does that work? I genuinely don't know. During A-level, these wouldn't be the sorts of questions that I'd ask, because my brain was not at this sort of level. To be fair, brain development was a part of it, maybe, seeing as it was still growing. I mean, still am, to be fair, technically, seeing as people believe that, it's generally believed that the male brain's growing until 25 or 24, give or take. But, I mean, yeah, during school, a whole load of I'm tired, I just wasn't a much lower place mentally compared to the place that I'm at now. Then from page 23 onwards, when it talks about sugars, it's got a whole load of chemical formulae, but this was the main thing I was talking about. Yeah, alpha glucose and beta glucose in the middle of the page, they are they're just a whole load of carbon, hydrogens and oxygens, as I said. So for the most part, you've got just the normal OH bonds, and with basic chemistry, A-level chemistry, OH is hydroxide, if I'm not mistaken. And then you've got your hydrogens, your carbons, your oxygens by themselves. And then for alpha glucose, you've got on top, just like with beta glucose, CH2OH. I don't actually know what that is, and I don't remember how, like, there could be like methane or something like that. Nah, maybe I don't really know about this sort of stuff, but this is basic chemistry. So I'm definitely going to get my GCSE chemistry book out, because that would help me as I'd learn more about sugars and stuff. The reason why I'm doing all this learning in the first place is because I just wanted to get some learning down with the food section of this video, to add more than just recording what I'm eating. This is a part of habit because I did it yesterday, not because I'm like trying to learn much about food, even though I am. That wasn't the reason why I did it today. It was just so that I did it like yesterday to make it a routine, basically. Alright then, GCSE chemistry book, getting dusted off, and here it is. I'm actually starting to use it. I wasn't sure if I was going to use it, these sorts of books, and I felt unhappy that I wasn't, but here I am. I'm now finally using them. I've just got to have a reason for it, and that goes with everything else, like the coaching books I've got and all of the other school books that I've got too. But yeah, I just learning a bit more about fibre, because I wanted to learn more about food here on this food log, and I just wanted to go to something that I didn't know about, that way I'd learn, and I have learned something short term, and talking about it has helped. And yeah, man, that's it. I'm done. Just finito. But before I do finish the video very quickly, I'll just make a quick recording of all of that alpha beta glucose stuff that I was talking about in the that I saw in that A-level book. But other than that, I'm gone. Peace. Cheers to another day of learning.